So, hi, hi guys. So, nagbabalik po si Prof. Haggard. Sorry po kung medyo matagal din di nakapag-upload. So, ano ba yung sasabihin ko? Uh, so, please like and subscribe na lang this video. And at the end of this video, so kahit anong tanong nyo po about the search, within this week, lahat ng nagko-comment po sa video ito, sasagutin ko po lahat ng mga katanungan nyo. And then sa mga hindi ko na masasagot for this week, so kita-kits na lang sa next video. And this video was intended pala for those people, for those students na nagtatanong kung ano ba daw ang gamit yung research, so magagamit ba daw nila yan pagdating nila ng college or pagkatapos nila ng kanilang pag-aaral. So that's why ito yung magiging topic natin for this video, which will be about what is the process of research. So, tune in until the end of this video.
Okay, so ito na nga, before we'll begin, so meron tayong quote in our screen, and it says, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." So, hindi na po ako magsasalita. Let's begin doing. Alright, so process of research ang pag-uusapan natin because I also have a student na nagtanong sa akin. So, bakit ba kasi meron tayong research? Okay. So, I think yung tanong talaga is bakit merong research paper. Even sa mga comments sa YouTube videos na post ko, meron din nagtatanong. May isang nga nagtanong, bago ko pa lang din nabasa, sabi niya, natanong niya kung magagamit ba daw niya itong research pagkatapos niyang mag-aral. So, the truth is, itong research ginagamit naman talaga natin on a daily basis. Kasi yung research is investigation. Ibig sabihin ng research is investigation. Diba kapag nawala, sabihin na lang natin yung medyas natin, diba? Naghahanap tayo. So, it's part of research yung investigation. So, ginagamit natin siya sa araw-araw. And if you're going to think about it, hindi din nagawa yung mga bagay na ginagamit natin ngayon kung wala itong research. For example, yung smartphones na meron tayo, yung mga appliances, mga devices, and even yung kuryente. Without research, hindi din po yun magiging turn into reality. So, kaya meron pong research. But if you're going to ask me about research paper, so, sa totoo lang, kung katapos ka ng mag-aral and then nasa bahay ka lang, hindi mo din talaga magagamit yung research paper. That's the truth. But, meron din po kasing rason bakit pinapagawa ng research paper. Okay? And we're going to explain that as we go along with the process of research. So, here it is. The first process of research, the first part of the process of research po pala, is forming the research question. So, kahit anong research paper format or template yung ipapasunod ng professor nyo, actually, maikli lang po yung proseso ng research if you're just going to enumerate the process of research. But doing the process, yung paggawa ng process of research, medyo mahaba. So, we have here, first, let me explain that the first part of the process of research is called forming the research question. Ito po yung pinakauna nating kailangang maporma. Forming the research question. Kailangan meron po tayong tanong, di ba? So kung mag-i-investigate tayo, kahit sabihin na lang natin merong pinatay na kapitbahay mo, kailangan meron kang tanong. So let's call that one research question. Yun lang po ang pinakaunang part ng process of research. Okay, so these are examples of research questions. So we have, how does playing video games affect academic performance? Di ba? Palagi kang pinapagalitan ng nanay mo, ng tatay mo, ng kuya mo, kung sino-sino pa, kung bakit ka laro ng Mobile Legends. So, it may somehow raise the question kung paano ba nakakaapekto yung paglalaro ng video game sa pag-aaral mo. So, it's, with this pa lang, alam natin na talagang importante yung research. With just this very part, the first part of the process of research, which is forming the research question. So, paano daw nakaka-apekto yung paglalaro mo sa pag-aaral mo? And then, another example of research question is, what factors contribute to teenage drug use? Okay, medyo sensitibo yung pag-uusap or topic na to. But still, this is an important topic to answer. So, if you want to research about it, just for the sake na meron tayong example, isa ito sa importanteng mga tanong. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one. We have designing the study. So, once again, we are talking about proseso ng pananaliksik or the process of research. The second part of the process of research is paano mo naman paplanuhin yung pagkakandak mo ng investigation or study. So, meron ka ng tanong. So, paano mo naman yun iimbestigahan? Paano mo gagawin yung pag-iimbestiga? So, kailangan mong i-design or i-plan yung gagawin mong investigasyon. Di ba? What if yung, let's just say for example, isa kang pulis, meron ka ng tanong, sino yung suspect? Di ba? Kailangan mo ng plano, paano mo malalaman kung sino yung suspect. Ganon din po sa research. On the other hand, kung magdi-design tayo ng pananaliksik, we have here 3 ways to design a study. Pwedeng qualitative study design or qualitative study design, pwedeng quantitative study design, and we have also mixed method study design. So, paiikling ko na lang po yung discussion. Let's not read all those definition na medyo mahaba na. You can go in detail, you can read it by yourselves, but let's just explain it in a very simple manner. Kapag sinabing qualitative yung research design natin o yung ating pag-iimbestiga, ibig sabihin yung kinukuha nating data or yung gusto nating madiscover are information that are in words. Yun yung qualitative. For example, mag-i-interview ka. Yung makukuha mo sa interview, mga sagot nila are in words. Diba? Qualitative po yung tawag niyan. On the other hand, kapag sinabi natin quantitative, in contrast sa qualitative, kung in words yung qualitative, yung quantitative, yung hinahanap natin are numbers. Ibig sabihin, dinidesign natin yung ating investigation or yung ating study in a way na yung hinahanap natin are numbers. Okay? Kaya tinatawag siyang quantitative. Diba? That is about quantitative study design. At kapag sinabi naman natin, this last type of study design, itong tinatawag na mixed method study design, ito yung mini-mix mo. Dalawang klase ng information yung hinahanap mo. Yung in numbers and in words. So, that is about designing the study. So, the third part is recruiting subjects or participants. So, tapos na po tayo sa dalawang part ng process of research. We have, the first one was forming the research question, and the second one was we have the designing the study, and we have the third part of the process of research is recruiting subjects or participants or selecting subjects or participants. Ito naman ang part na kung saan maghahanap ka na kung sino yung i-interviewin mo o sino yung iso-survey mo, di ba? As I was saying, as an example, if you're a police and you are investigating a particular case, in this part, ito na yung time na magde-decide ka kung sino yung mga participants na i-approach mo. So, this is part of the research. So, we have here some examples of tinatawag nating sampling because participants are also called samples. They are samples. From the whole population, pipili ka ng sample na sila yung tatanungin mo if it's a research paper. So, we have simple random sampling, convenience sampling, stratified sampling. So, simple random sampling with a very simple term given. Simple random sampling. So, random, if you have like Wheel of Fortune, random yung makukuha mong premyo. So, simple random sampling. So, ang pagpili mo is the simple random way. You can use a computer-generated random number to select high school students from a list of all students in the school. Pwede ring lottery method yung ginagamit. And you have there another example of sampling method or way kung paano ka pipili ng participants. Ito yung convenience sampling. Ibig sabihin, i-recruit mo o i-interviewin o i-survey ang participants. Let's say, for example, from high school classes that are available and willing to participate. So, ibig sabihin, may ginawa kang research paper and then you are not really in particular kung sino yung pipiliin mong participants. You just wanted to have someone to ask about a few questions. So, convenience sampling ang tawag doon kung kahit sinong participants yung kukunin mo just as long as they are available and willing to participate. And lastly, although marami pa pong ways kung paano tayo mag-recruit ng subjects or participants, and these are just examples. So, stratified sampling method naman is to divide the population of high school students, for example, into groups based on relevant characteristics such as age or grade level, then randomly sample participants from each group. So, paraan naman kung paano ito gamitin. Let me just give you a very simple example. Let's just say, sa buong senior high school, merong 100 senior high school students. So, stratified sampling, gagawin mo, you just have to decide a sampling fraction. Sabihin na natin 1/2. Ibig sabihin, kalahati ng 100 na senior high school students ang magiging sample o magiging participants mo para sa iyong pag-i-investigate. Okay, so that's the third part of the process of research. And we are down to the fourth part of the process of research, which is collecting and analyzing data. So, syempre, meron ka nang na-interview, meron ka ng mga participants na napili. In this part, ito na yung magkukulik ka na. Ibig sabihin, ito na yung magkakandak ka na ng pag-i-interview. At after that one, i-analyze mo naman kung ano yung mga sagot nila. Yun lang, simpleng explanation about this part. We have here some ways in how we can collect data. We can collect data through surveys, interviews, observations, or experiments, depending on the design of the study. You can use simple statistics, or you can use addition, subtraction, diba? Multiplication. You can use percentages or averages to analyze the data and identify trends or patterns. Okay? And you can compare the data to what was expected or hypothesized to draw meaningful conclusions. Okay? If you have any questions about this part, just comment down in our comment section. And we are down to the last part of the process of research, which is drawing conclusions and sharing findings. So, this part here, pagkatapos mong makolekt na yung information, ma-analyze, so syempre, gagawa ka na ng conclusion. Kung ano yung masasabi mo pagkatapos mong ma-analyze yung information. So, if you're a police, after getting all the information and then you analyze all those information, this is the part where gagawa ka na ng conclusion sa investigation na ginawa mo. And we have there the sharing findings. Itong sharing findings po, ito yung pinakamatagal na part ng process of research. Kasi ito yung madalas kung nasa practical research 1 or 2 na subject ka, ito na yung part na gagawa ka ng research paper. Okay? Pero, kung pag-uusapan lang po natin yung process of research, napakaikli lang pong i-discuss. We only have, I think we've discussed only 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 parts of the process of research. But before that, let me explain drawing conclusions and sharing findings. So, in this part, we are to interpret the data and draw conclusions based on the research questions and findings, share the findings with classmates or teachers through presentations, posters, or reports, and discuss the implications of the findings and suggest areas for further research. So basically, yung gagawin nyo po sa oral defense. So, yung rason, kaya meron pong research paper is for us to share yung pagsunod natin sa proseso ng research. Okay? But, if me personally itatanong nyo sa akin, without research paper, nagawa na ba natin yung process of research? Well, basically, yes, nagawa na po natin yung process of research. But then, para po ma-appreciate po ng ng ibang tao, ng community, yung ginawa natin, yan po yung dahilan kung bakit pinapagawa po tayo ng research paper. Because research paper is also the same as reporting. Nire-report po natin kung ano yung ating na-discovery. Okay. So, kaya po importante po yung research paper if we are still studying research. Okay? But then again, as I was saying, kung magagamit ba natin yung research after we graduate, yes, magagamit po natin. 100% po yan. Okay, so here we are to summarize what we've just discussed. Today, we have here 5 parts of the process of research. These are also known to be elements of research for some. So we have here, the first one is forming the research question, yung pagporma mo ng research question, and then designing the study. You're going to decide how you are going to investigate. Okay? With this also, included na din kung paano mo pipiliin yung mga participants, paano mo i-analyze. Okay? But then, yung pag-execute nito will be on the fourth part, yung pagko-collect na. Okay, so yung recruiting subject, ito na yung part na kung saan ikaw na mismo yung mag-a-approach kung sa mga participants na, oy, gusto ko kayong interviewin. So this is the part, yung third part. And then the fourth one, ito na yung mag-i-interview na tayo, mag-survey na tayo, magpapa-answer tayo ng Google form, whatever updated method that you know how to collect data or information. And with that also, after collecting the information, we are also to analyze those data. And lastly, we have drawing conclusions and sharing findings. So that's all about the process of research. So I hope you learned something new today. And if you didn't learn anything, so sorry na lang po. Okay, so I hope na meron po sana kayong natutunan. And this is your all-time teacher about research, Professor Haggard. So do not forget to subscribe, and please also check my description, tawag dyan, yung description box ba yung tawag dyan sa baba, to find more details about this video. Alright, so that's it, and goodbye.